Welcome to the puzzle tutorial. This tutorial will cover 4 aspects of puzzle. First we'll look at adding content into Lightbox 3. Then we'll be creating a puzzle screen with that content. Next we will be styling our puzzles with themes. And lastly we will briefly look at creating a menu to link to multiple puzzle screens. To access the manager, hold the bottom left of the screen for 5 seconds. You will now see a series of options. Choose Launch Manager and input your PIN. The default PIN is 874100. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to reset the Lightbox data and create a puzzle screen from fresh. The first step in creating a puzzle is to upload the content we intend to use to create the screen. This includes images for the puzzle, background, game end screen, and so on. This is done in the library. We can simply drag and drop our media files like so. Files can be quickly organised via options at the top. For more info on that, check out the Lightbox overview video. Now we have our content uploaded, let's make a start on our first puzzle. On the Screens tab, press the plus icon and select Puzzle. The puzzle screen is split into 3 simple tabs. The first tab we'll look at is General. We can name our screen, set a background here or later in the theme settings, choose a difficulty level for our puzzle. You can select from 5 different difficulty levels, and then we can select whether you want visitors to have a hint and auto-solve option. This gives the user an option to finish the puzzle for them. We can also edit the names for our buttons. It's important to note that the General tab is where you set a theme. We'll talk more about this later. The next tab is Puzzles. This is where we select the media for our puzzles. You can use a number of images in the sequential or random order. Set in sequential allows you to have full control over the order in which the puzzles are displayed. For example, in this tutorial we will have a 2-image puzzle. You can arrange your items using the settings at the top of the screen. However, if you set sequentially, you can alter the specific sequence by arranging the item order individually like so. The first image will display as your first puzzle, and the second image will display as your next puzzle. You can also choose to display information upon pop-up once a puzzle has been complete. You can set a close button label for this as well. The information will be taken from items in the library. If you want to edit these items, first save your puzzle screen. Head to Library and edit your items like so. As you can see, once you complete a puzzle, the information is displayed. Now we've added images to use in the puzzle, the preview screen in general will display this. You can now see the different difficulty levels being changed. The last tab is Game End. This is the pop-up displayed upon the completion of your puzzle game. We can set an image for this pop-up, a title displayed underneath the image, body text, and the close button. Once we've completed the puzzle screen, we need to allow visitors to access it. If you only have one puzzle game, you simply set your game as the home screen like so. If, however, you want to share more than one game or are linking to other Lightbox 3 applications, you will need a menu screen. We'll go over this later, but first let's look into creating a theme to style our puzzle game. The theme section is where you're able to further customize how your content is presented in the viewer. The default theme applies to all your screens as standard. You can edit this theme if you want, or create a completely new one to apply to individual screens, or even set to the new default. We're going to work on a new one. Click the plus icon or simply duplicate an existing theme like so. The first thing to do when working on a theme is to set the preview to the screen it applies to. Then you can give your theme a name. For puzzle, the only theme options you need to worry about are general, panels, pop-ups and games. Let's go over the different tabs. The first tab we'll look at is General. There are a number of options in the General tab. You can set a default background for this theme which will be applied to every screen with this theme attached. However, it's worth mentioning you can override the theme background in the individual screen settings, as we did look at earlier. The specific button changes the back button. This button can be seen when the puzzle game isn't set as a home screen. The next tab is Panels. This is where we can customize the section that displays the icons we set earlier. We can change the panel color and border size. And also change the panel button color and border like so. We'll be able to see these changes in the Games tab later on. The next tab is Pop-ups. The Pop-ups tab allows you to make changes to your game end screens. We can edit the overlay color and opacity like so. We can set a fill color in the panel style section. As well as making changes to the border. Alterations can also be made to the text style, weight, and color, as seen here. You can also customize the panel button here. Changes can be made to the color and border. We can also change our close button image in the icon section. The last tab we need to look at is Games. The Games tab, we can customize the appearance of your puzzle game, including the colors and sizes of your in-game buttons. We can also change our text style, weight, and color for this panel. Any icon changes can be made in these sections. Now we finished editing our theme, we need to attach it to the puzzle screen. First save your theme, then head back to the Screens tab. We then need to go to our puzzle screen. And under the Style section, choose the theme from the drop-down. As I mentioned earlier, if you want to use more than one puzzle game or Lightbox 3 applications, you will need a menu screen. So first let me look at creating a second puzzle screen to show you how the menu system works. For a more in-depth look at the menu system, check out the menu and Attractor tutorial. Now let's create a menu. Creating a menu is similar to creating a puzzle screen. Hit the plus icon and select menu. Here we have three different tabs: General, Menu Options, and Layout. General lets you set the screen name, background, theme, and text if you want it. We'll leave it all as standard for now. The most important tab we need to look at here is the Menu Options tab. The Menu Options tab is where you create links to your puzzle screens. Hit the plus icon, tell the item to link to a puzzle screen, set an image, and give it a label. The last tab is the Layout tab. This allows us to change various sizing options. For now, we'll just look at the tile options and change the size of our menu thumbnails. Press save once you're done. Then set your menu as the home screen like so. If you want to preview your puzzles, hit the red launch button. The puzzle tutorial is complete. If you have any questions, please get in touch. For more information on other tutorials, go to blackbox-av.co.uk/lightbox. Thanks for watching.